Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back. Check this thing out. This is the G5 Deadmeat version 2. I'm not opening it because it's a real pain in the butt to get it closed, and yeah, you're gonna want to wear gloves if you're gonna freaking close this up because that's some sharp blades. No, I did not cut myself, but I probably wasn't that far off, and I decided to get something else to assist. They clip into the clips pretty tight. So this is the free, they call this a practice head, BMP practice head. You can buy these separately too. However, here's what I would like to give you some advice on. Don't buy these off of Amazon. Not that I'm worried about getting, rip-off copies or fakes kind of thing, but Amazon wants the cheapest seller. $68.24, $37.81 for the delivery charge, because they're not going to give you free shipping, I guess because where they're coming from. And the other seller wants $81.78 and $80.67 for delivery. I'm like, somebody's smoking crack and really not sharing. Like, holy cow. Anyways, so I went to a store in Corbeil, Ontario, which is like literally 15 minutes up the road, if that. And they have them in stock for literally, what was it, $68 even plus tax for a pack of 3 with this. And you do get a G5 sticker. Ooh, wonder when I'm going to put that on. Haven't figured that out yet. And of course, they do give you a tool as well, kind of handy. Instructions, obviously, on how to close these blades up. And also you do get 3 replaceable collars with it as well. So you got one for each or what have you. Anyways, depending on the damage when you hit your animal, I guess depends on whether or not the collar is going to be usable again a second time in a row. But you can get all kinds of extra collars. You can get replacement blades and rebuild these broadheads. So that's actually quite encouraging. So it's not a, spend $70 and okay, not gonna have to do that again. No, but I think as far as where I sit, I'm gonna just buy all my broadheads that I can, anyways, that are high end from my archery shop because he's way cheaper than Amazon for any of these things. Of course, I am gonna check with them too on the Montax. They got G5 Outdoors Montec M3 100 grain broadhead 3-pack. Amazon wants $70 and $20 for the shipping. And it's like, not everything is free shipping with $35 and not, okay? These are Canadian prices, by the way. But there's your little instruction packet as well. Like I said, we get the tool. So I am going to be using these for hunting deer. And I shouldn't need more than 3, but I am going to save up my money because my quiver holds 6 arrows. I want 6, besides if I do get more than 1 tag, well, I'm going to need more than 1 shot anyhow, so what the hell. And I don't mind carrying extras, because if I do miss, which hopefully I don't, but if I do happen to miss, yeah, that could waste a broadhead easy, and then I'll have to rebuild it, if it's even rebuildable, depending on when it hits, right? Or if I get it back out of wherever it lands. But, so I'm kind of thinking, ahead of things, right? But I want to get the Montex because those I think would be really great for turkey. Where, my archery guy, he told me, you can shoot turkey with those. And we're also talking about rage hypodermics, and he actually let me in on exactly how sharp they are. They do bite rather easily. These I was really nervous because there was one where the blades are kind of out a little bit in the package. It's the way they show them, I guess. Anyways, it was really quite a bit of pressure to pop them back into the retainer clip, and they move up and down pretty freely once they're in there, which is fine, and it stiffens right up as soon as you put them on an arrow. This one I think was the one I did. Oh, they're all the same, but these are rear deploying, and so I watched a lot of videos on this particular broadhead because once I came across the first one, I hear the word dead meat, and I'm like, oh yes, dead meat. Now they also have another version of these too, meat there's the Deadmeat, and then there's another one. I can't freaking remember the name of it. But anyways, it's another one of those meat ones, Meat Eater or something. I don't know. But these are 100 grain that I bought. I'm using 100 grain practice tips already, and my bow is sighted in for all that jazz. So I figure, you know what? I'm using 520 grain arrows. By the time you get the broadhead on there, they're 520. So might as well stick with that. And so that's going to be for my main compound bow for use with that. But I also am going to try this ballistic tip out on both my bows, actually, because I have one bow set at 40 pounds, which is my right-handed, and then my left-handed bow, which is my main bow, it's left-handed obviously, is set at 54 pounds. And I want to see what the penetration difference is like between, you know, having 520 grains up front with this head as opposed to having, what would it be, about 463 with the broadhead, with the field tip on here. Just see what it's like on the other arrows that I've got for that other bow, because they're different, right? And we'll see how it goes. But I want to get some more of these practice tips. I'm going to talk to my guy and see, you know, what it's going to cost me for like a half a dozen of them, because I figure that's pretty much about all I need. But what you use the practice head for, obviously for practicing, and it is supposed to have the same exact flight as these main broadheads do. So, and from what I've seen on YouTube, it seems to be pretty accurate to that information anyway. And they are definitely very, very sharp. No problem cutting paper right out of the box. It's like, ooh, that's nice, that's sharp. So, but yeah, Amazon's a bit of a real rip-off on price for these things. So go to your local archery shop. You're going to get them way cheaper. I mean, hey, come on, 68 bucks Canadian locally and just the tax, where, you know, I'm 68.24 and 37.81 plus taxes on all of that, you know, from Amazon for the same exact thing. Why? Like, this is why it pays to shop around. It really does, right? And he even has the Rage hypodermics that are cheaper with him than they are up here. So I'm like, well, I'll get some hypodermics too, and we'll try those out. I do have one older style Rage head here, which I think it's quite cool, actually. I haven't actually measured the cut width, but these things are 1.5 inches actual cutting hole. That's pretty good. That ought to make the animal bleed. And then I got this. That actually came with my wife's bow. It was on one of her arrows. No one's ever shot this, and it's still pretty damn sharp. So it's like, gotta be a little careful with that. But this is an older style where it was just an O-ring here, and I've got spares of those O-rings if I ever kill that O-ring or it disappears when I shoot it. But I figure I'm gonna try this out for turkey, and I'll get some other Rage hypodermics, like the actual, you know, new version, I guess you call them, for maybe doing with turkey, or I'll get the Montax. I'm gonna check with the Montax with him, because it's a good solid broadhead too, right? So it's not a deployable kind of thing. You know, these are rear deploy, and a lot of people love rear deploy. I was kind of a little skittish on the whole, you know, deploying blade thing, because, you know, it gets cold, especially if you're winter shooting. These things could jam up, so you got to kind of watch that. But you also got to watch it too, that after you shoot your animal, should your broadhead survive, which I did see a guy on YouTube take a deer down on video live with this same exact broadhead, and the broadhead survived absolutely perfect. You need to really clean them really, really good. And then this way, you know, it's not going to jam up on you from, you know, blood drying up inside, etc. So you're going to want to clean them, obviously, really good. But even he said he could easily reuse that broadhead again. Absolutely zero damage. And you do get 3 extra collars, by the way, with these. So you get the 3 collars extra. You get the sticker, 3 broadheads, and of course your practice tip. 68 bucks Canadian at my local archery place. So figured, hey, that's a great deal. Then I got a couple more arrows off of them today that I wanted. And then I ordered a pile of stuff off Amazon. So stay tuned next week. If shipping works out fine, we should have our stuff in Monday. So we'll start doing videos, hopefully Monday. Depends on how the weather is, because of some of the things I got. But some of the things we don't have to worry about. We can just take a look at them in here. It's not a big deal, right? But anyway, so that's it. And so we got our tool. We got everything else. We're good to go. And I can just store the tool along the side right in here in the little box. This is the box from my Fiachi broadheads. Just as an update, it looks like the damage was a little bit more severe than I thought. Turns out that even some of those that did survive the impact of our styrofoam target, they actually, the inside middle shaft kind of buckled a little on every freaking one of them. So I'm gonna have to do a absolute final review to just tell you guys in that video to just not buy them, because they are abhorrent garbage. The ones that did take on a little bit of external damage were unfixable completely. So in the end, as much as I liked them and I thought they were good and I thought they would be good, turns out, yeah, don't waste your 30 bucks on the dozen of the Fiachis. Mind you, now I got a case for these, but that's still expensive to pay for a case, right? Anyway, that's the end of this one. And just remember, you got instructions too that tells you even how to take these things apart and change the blades out and other parts you need to do, so that's good. In the meantime, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Once the fall hunt comes around and I do manage to hopefully get a deer with one of these things, I will definitely let you know, A, if it survived, and B, how well it really did do on the deer. Because I'm going to be using my compound bow that's set at 54 pounds with these. So we got a lot of arrow weight too. It's going to be a total of 520 grain coming at that deer. So yeah, that's going to be awesome. All right, see ya.